Imagine sinking your hands into the cool, rich soil of your backyard, planting seeds that your ancestors cherished for generations only, to discover that what once bloomed freely could now land you in hot water with the law. In this eye-opening countdown, we're uncovering 20 illegal garden plants you didn't know were banned near you, revealing the surprising reasons they've vanished from our landscapes, and why that loss stings more than you think. Number 20. Wild sugarcane. This towering grass, with its feathery plumes swaying in the breeze like whispers from tropical winds, was once harvested by indigenous peoples for its sweet sap and sturdy stalks used in thatching roofs and weaving baskets, but aggressive roots that spread like wildfire choked out native wetlands, leading to bans in states like Florida and Louisiana where it invades precious ecosystems. The irony hits hard. We've traded this resilient sweetener for barren shores, losing that sticky, sun-warmed taste of homemade syrup that could have sustained us through lean times. You'd never guess it was introduced to the US as a forage crop, only to become public enemy number 1 in watery habitats. Number 19. Garlic mustard. Picture the pungent leaves crushed underfoot, releasing a sharp, garlicky aroma that pioneers relied on as a wild edible to flavor stews and ward off scurvy during long winters. Its rapid seed dispersal outcompetes native wildflowers, prompting prohibitions in places like Wisconsin and Michigan to protect woodland biodiversity. What a tragedy to forfeit the zesty herb's tender greens, which once added a spicy kick to foraged meals, all because modern landscapes can't handle its takeover vibe. Number 18. Johnson grass. This hardy perennial, with silky seed heads glinting gold in the summer sun, was brought over as fodder for livestock, its nutritious blades sustaining herds on vast prairies where farmers dreamed big. Toxicity to animals through cyanide buildup led to restrictions in Missouri and Texas, especially on leased lands where it poses economic risks. We've lost a tough survivor that could thrive in drought, its earthy scent evoking nostalgic ranch life. Now replaced by costlier alternatives, you'd be shocked how it sneaks into hay bales undetected. Number 17. Fig buttercup. Delicate yellow petals unfolding like buttery sunshine. This European import graced Victorian gardens as a charming ground cover, its roots delving deep for moisture in shady spots. Its invasive spread smothers natives, earning bans in South Carolina and beyond to safeguard local flora. The value we squandered. That soft, velvety bloom's ability to brighten damp corners with a sweet, faint fragrance, a small outrage in how we've erased such gentle beauty from our yards. Number 16. Ikogang grass. Sharp-edged blades rustling like dry paper. This Asian grass was historically used for roofing in rural villages, its durability shielding families from monsoons. Dense growth fuels wildfires and starves natives, making it illegal across the southeast as one of the world's worst weeds. Tragically, we've ditched this fire-resistant material, losing its crisp, fibrous texture that could innovate modern eco-building. Imagine the outrage if you knew. It spreads via fluffy seeds carried miles by the wind. Number 15. Japanese barberry. Thorny branches adorned with ruby-red berries. This shrub was prized in colonial hedges for privacy, and its tart fruits jammed into pies with a tangy burst on the tongue. It harbors ticks and invades forests, leading to bans in Pennsylvania and New York to curb Lyme disease risks. What we've forfeited is that autumnal glow of foliage turning fiery crimson, a nostalgic nod to old-world landscaping now deemed too dangerous. Number 14. Yellow iris. Elegant sword-like leaves, framing vibrant yellow blooms along pond edges. Ancient cultures revered it for dyes and medicinal poultices soothing skin irritations. Wetland domination blocks native growth, resulting in outright bans or release restrictions in many northern states. The irony. We've banned a plant whose petals once scented herbal teas with a subtle floral note, stripping our watersides of that graceful, swaying elegance you'd never guessed poisons fish subtly. Number 13. Chinese fragrant white clusters buzzing with bees. This evergreen was planted as wind breaks on southern farms, its waxy leaves providing year-round shelter and berries for bird feed. Toxicity and invasiveness choke out locals, prompting prohibitions in Alabama, Texas, and Florida. Outrage simmers when you realize we've lost this hardy screen's creamy blossom perfume, a sensory staple in grandma's hedgerows, all for fleeting ornamental trends. Number 12. Kudzu. Twining vines, cascading like green waterfalls. Southerners once promoted it for erosion control on dusty hillsides. Its broad leaves shading soil and roots fixing nitrogen for better crops. Dubbed the vine that ate the South, its overgrowth smothers everything, landing it on the federal noxious weed list with interstate transport bans. We've tragically abandoned this nutria booster, whose tender shoots offered a mild, pea-like flavor in salads. Evoking memories of resourceful Depression era foraging, would be amazed how it climbs 100 feet in a season. Number 11. Japanese knotweed, bamboo-like stems shooting skyward with creamy flower plumes. Victorians adored it for ornamental screens, its hollow canes crafted into flutes with a resonant, woody tone. Roots disrupt infrastructure and outpace natives, banning it in states wary of its 8-inch daily growth. The value erased. That krunti rhubarb tart stock in spring soups, a nostalgic treat now outlawed, sparking quiet fury over lost edible landscapes. Number 10. Chinese tallow, popcorn-like seed pods popping in fall heat. This tree was introduced for soap making from its waxy coatings, lighting homes with homemade candles flickering warmly. It alters wetlands and harms frogs, earning bans for ecosystem disruption in Gulf states. What a loss! The buttery seeds' oily richness for crafts, their subtle nutty scent wafting on breezes, a cultural staple we've outrageously sidelined. Number 9. Giant hogweed, umbrella-sized white flowers towering over gardens like prehistoric guardians. Ancient herbalists used its sap cautiously for poultices, though wisely gloved. Blistering skinny reactions and invasiveness prohibit sales across borders, especially in New York and Washington. Ironically, we've banned a giant whose seeds once flavored breads with a celery-like zest, stripping our horizons of that imposing, lacy silhouette you'd never suspect causes scars lasting years. Number 8. Mimosa tree. Silky pink puffballs dancing in summer winds. Persian origins made it a shade provider in arid yards, its ferny leaves folding at night like sleepy eyelids. Aggressive seeding displaces natives, illegal in Florida's southeast regions. The tragedy unfolds in lost, lazy afternoons under its feathery canopy, inhaling that sweet, powdery bloom aroma evoking childhood picnics. Number 7. Purple loose, spiky magenta wands rising from marshes. Europeans wove its stems into baskets and used flowers for dyes tinting fabrics a royal hue. Wetland havoc reduces habitats, banned in Minnesota and Illinois to preserve wildlife. We've outrageously forfeited this vibrant dye source, its honey-sweet nectar once luring butterflies in droves. A sensory feast now deemed ecological sabotage. Number 6. Water hyacinth. Lavender trumpets floating serenely on ponds. South American natives were harvested for livestock feed. Their spongy roots filtering water in traditional aqua. Clogging waterways harms fish, strictly prohibited in Florida and Texas. The irony bites, we've lost a natural purifier whose crisp, watery crunch in salads refreshed hot days. A nostalgic float now sinking under legal weights. Number 5. Belladonna. Glossy black berries gleaming like forbidden jewels amid heart-shaped leaves. Renaissance healers diluted it for eye drops, widening pupils mysteriously. Extreme toxicity risks poisoning, restricting it in many states for safety. Tragically, we've banned a plant whose velvety foliage once inspired folklore. Its subtle nightshade scent, whispering of ancient potions you'd never guess, could dilate eyes for beauty. Number 4. Poison hemlock. Lacy white umbels resembling wild carrots, Socrates famously sipped its toxin, but ancients avoided it wisely in meadows. Accidental ingestion danger spread via wind, regulated as noxious in Utah and beyond. Outrage flares over losing even the sight of its feathery greens, though safely distant, evoking philosophical tales with a bitter, mousy odor hanging in the air. Number 3. Multiflora rose. Clusters of blushing petals scrambling over fences. Pioneers planted it for living barriers, thorns deterring livestock with a prickly embrace. Dense thickets suppress natives, illegal in Pennsylvania and Virginia. The value we've squandered, that rose hyptis tangy, vitamin-packed warmth in winter, a nostalgic brew now outlawed amid thorny regrets. Number 2. Castor bean. Dramatic burgundy leaves fanning like tropical fans. Ancient Egyptians pressed its seeds for lamp oil glowing softly through nights. Ricin toxicity endangers all, discouraged widely for pet and human risks. Ironically, we've banned a biofuel pioneer whose oily beans once lubricated engines, their nutty essence a lost industrial whisper sparking mild fury. Number 1. Opium poppy. Delicate papery petals in pastel shades, nodding dreamily. Civilizations from Samaria cultivated it for pain relief and seed breads with a nutty crunch. Narcotic potential forbids growth on U.S. soil by the D, except license. The ultimate tragedy, we've erased this dual-purpose bloom's silky texture and subtle opium scent from gardens. A cultural icon reduced to whispers, outraging those who recall its healing legacy. These forbidden flora aren't just random weeds. They whisper of a broader shift where invasive introductions from eras collide with modern environmental protections. Fueled by globalization's hasty plant swaps and industrial agriculture's push for monocultures that erase diversity, we've traded sensory-rich backyards for sterile safety, losing the nostalgic tug of heirloom scents and tastes that connected us to the earth. In this rush to regulate entire ecosystems and our heritage hang in the balance. If this peek into ban botanicals has you rethinking your garden, hit that subscribe button for more hidden histories of the green world. Next up, we'll dive into forgotten fruits your grandparents swore by. Don't miss it.